What up? All right. Y'all, hey, what's going on? Y'all know I'm living the island life, so don't mind me, okay? Because clearly I'm glowing. But let's talk about sustaining your future. So, this post is something that I saw on Instagram, and I wrote, you can do the first 5 with a trust fund, and people wrote back how. And so, let's read what it says. It says, if you could only pick 3, and I'm just going to read the first 5 because the last 7 or whatever number this is, because math is not my thing, but trust funds is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the last 7, you can't do the trust fund because number 6 says bring back a loved one, and only Jesus can raise someone for the dead. Okay, here we go. So 1, no bills, can do with a trust fund. 2, unlimited travel funds, can do with the trust fund. 3, dream house, yacht, jet paid, can do with the trust fund. 4, $30,000 a month for life, can do with the trust fund. 5, retire at 40 with 10 million, can do with the trust fund. So we're going to break down how you can do each one of these with a trust fund. I'm going to start with number 1, no bills. So I have written a trust workbook called the Rent-Free Trust Workbook. And it essentially talks about how you can set up a trust so that you do not have to pay any bills. Now, what you have to do this is, I'm not going to front and say you don't have to start or have some kind of chunk of money, right? The best thing is to create a lump sum of money or get a lump sum of money somewhere. But the beautiful thing about the United States or America, or however y'all want to call this, great country of capitalism, yay, there's a lot of different places you can get money. It's a lot of different places where you could tap into a lump sum of money. So that would be the first step, is that you're going to have money to invest, right? So when you open a trust fund, when you create a trust fund, and the idea of opening a trust fund is really just a legal fiction, because what you're really doing is just creating it through paperwork, okay? It's paperwork. It's written legal language, okay? But that's how you create a trust. That's what I do. I write trust funds, right? I'm an expert in writing trust funds. So if you want to create a trust with no bills, it's absolutely doable. Follow me because I'm about to go there. Okay, so let's do a little pause. Okay, cool. So you don't want to pay any bills. Right. All right. So you're like, oh, how can you do that with the trust fund? So the trust has to be written to say that the trust is paying your bills. And you're going to have to put a successor trustee or a trustee in charge. And you can put either a financial advisor, if you yourself literally are like, I don't want to be responsible for physically paying bills. You have to set up a trust that is funded to pay your bills, and the trust will pay your bills, but you have to hire someone to make sure that that is done on your behalf, or appoint someone in your family to make sure it's done. So if you do not want to be the person to be responsible for bills, but you do not mind acquiring money, that's me, then I have created a plan where it's like, I will maintain this part of the trust, but as far as me financially being responsible for paying out bills, no, that is not my responsibility, okay? So you can write anything into your trust, right? The biggest thing is, like, trusts are 2 parts. You have to have a trust and you have to fund the trust. The trusts are just words. You are writing out your wildest written dreams. The fund part is, how are you going to fund these wildest written dreams? If you don't want to pay any bills, or you want unlimited travel funds, or you want a dream house, yacht, jet paid for, or you want $30,000 a month for life, or retire at 40 with 10 million, all of those can be written into your trust. Now it's going to be up to your trust to have a plan to fund those things, because otherwise they're just empty words. But legally, you can write your contract to say anything. You can create a reality legally. Any reality you want, you can create it, okay? Through a trust fund. Literally, okay. I was about to say you can't, like, you can't commit murder in a trust fund. But you know what's so crazy is there's something called a Slayer rule that allows you to do and or not do, or rather, let me say, that allows someone to receive or not receive monies and or provision from the trust based on whether they have slayed a member of the trust. And you can choose which way that goes. You can say, yes, if someone slays someone within the members of this trust, then they are automatically disinherited from receiving from the trust. Or you can say, yes, actually, this person can still receive their monies from the trust, even if they have harmed a member of the trust. Or you can say, depending on the circumstances, if there is an issue of mental incapacitation, and then you write your rules. That is the beauty of trust funds, is that it is a very broad spectrum upon which you can base and create your reality. And if you want no bills, unlimited travel funds, dream house, yacht, jet paid, 30,000 a month for life, retire at 40 with 10 million, yes, you're going to have the funds, but you're also going to have the written legal language to get you there. So what I do as a strategist is I talk about, well, where are we now and what do you have right now that's going to get you to where you want to be, which in this case is, it literally says if you could pick only 3. I'm like, well, I'm doing 1, 2. I have not dream house, yacht, jet paid. That's not yet. 30,000 a month for life. I think I can get there. Retire at 40 with 10 million. I'm on my way. I'm very close to 40 though. I'm very close to 40. But the point is that if you want to create a reality, then writing a trust, having a written legal trust is going to help you, but it is going to be funding that trust. But the beauty of working with me as a trust fund strategist is that what we do is we strategize about how to do it, right? So I'm going to take it, I'm going to break it down, and I'm going to suggest what I would do if this is what I was trying to accomplish were these first top 5, right? I'm going to break it down what I would do. So stay tuned.